Now let's get to the next question.
How does an assistant editor differ from an editor?
We have a longer title.
So it's more prestigious.
Yeah.
Right.
How else?
Yeah. It's an apprenticeship, basically. You know, we ostensibly do many of the same things that our editor mentor, editor boss does, but on a much lower scale and more as we go along. We're being trained the whole time that we do it, so we learn, and the longer we've done it, then the more we start to take on responsibilities such as developing projects, and things like that, which are more of an editor's purview.
Because I mean, I think we've all been here for a while.
Yeah.
All five of us are editors on books at this point as
we've all
well.
been here about 2 years, and
Yeah.
I guess we all develop things. And
You deal with a lot more.
sorry, go.
Forget. Go on. You deal with a lot more of like just sort of the day-to-day office work of it. My boss had a very good expression that an editor has to make thousands of people happy. An assistant editor has to make 1,001 people happy. That's really the major difference. You basically do a lot of. It's a tough job to manage so many books, and as assistant editor, your job is to help manage the person who's managing those books and help them get all that done. You deal with a lot of like the nuts and bolts. It's not always the most exciting work, but it's the way of the game.
Yeah, I think Alejandro kind of hit upon what I would say, which is when I came to Marvel, Dan Buckley, the publisher, called it indentured servitude. Tom Brevoort came around and then called it it's almost like a master's program in comic book publishing, which I kind of like to think of it more like that. But that's exactly what it is. We all kind of we're there every day. We kind of learn the stuff by doing. It's a real trial by fire. I mean, and I'm sure we can kind of pinpoint our own moments of where we think we were really, where the heat was really stuck to us, and we were really kind of tested. But I think that's what it is. I think it's that's mostly the difference. It's just the level of experience, the fact that we're still learning.
Yeah, pretty much covered everything I would have said. Yeah.
Good. All right, raise your hand if you ask that question. Please give me a gift. Let's get the next question.
Okay. That's part of the question. Okay. Who is and this is underlined, worst character? Moon Knight, Hercules, Wonder Man, and then it says and I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just going to spell it.
None of the above.
Yeah. U-N-U-S? Is that a character?
Eunice.
Eunice the Untouchable, obviously.
Yeah, okay with that.
I'm a supermodel, not a comic book.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't have him here for his brains.
What's the list again? One more time. Moon Knight,
You were just
Hercules.
criticizing me. Hercules, Wonder Man, or Eunice?
Which one is worse?
The worst.
Wait, do you mean like the worst character ever is on that list? Because I don't think
I
so.
think you can that list.
Of that list, okay.
Yes. I wouldn't pick any of those.
Wait, you would say that, relatively speaking, none of them is worse? They're all exactly equal?
Any character is as good or as bad as the story that he's telling you.
Right, except for Eunice.
I'll say Eunice because I don't know who that is.
X-Men villain with a force field so powerful that he's untouchable.
Force field.
Oh, is this
Right.
you guys a force field so powerful that you can't actually eat through it?
No, he doesn't die.
He dies?
No.
Yeah, that.
Those are
We
my
didn't
favorite.
explain it.
Oh, yeah, no, force field.
There, draw me some.
But of that list, I don't know.
Well, who would you say? Who would you
Right.
say is the worst character in Marvel?
Wow, that entire company.
In the universe.
It's so fun.
I think it goes back to what Alejandro said. It's really, there are characters who have been written very poorly and, were conceived with not the best intentions and were never, things were never done well by them. And they become kind of, a laughing stock of sorts. Like, let's take, Batroc the Leaper, for example. He's always been kind of a pilloried character, but he's been appearing in Captain America recently and has kicked ass and been amazing. So it really, it's finding, it's finding the story for them that's going to take, the measure of who they are as a character and really, selling that and making a compelling argument to read about them.
Oh man, I can say it's still, man. I don't know what the hell we were thinking. Oh no. I can see you getting away. I'll look up.
Raise your hand if you ask that. Please bring a gift. And that's it for your audience question. All right, it's time for our next section, the always speedy Week in Geek. Yay! First thing we are going to talk about, there's a little bit of news this week about Spider-Man the musical. If you go to the first slide, it's called Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. It was revealed who the... Turn off the light. I am not going to see that musical. Too bright. The villains in the musical are reportedly going to be Green Goblin, Carnage, Electro, Rhino, Swarm, who is, I believe, a swarm of bees.
Of being my friend.
Yes, I'm sorry. Lizard, an entirely original character who is made completely of rotating knives and swirling corkscrews, who is named Swiss Miss.
I'm going to see it.
That's why I'm theater I'm in.
Yeah, I'm going to drink some hot cocoa is one thing I'm doing. What?
Little floating marshmallows?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you guys think about this lineup for the musical?
Unexpected.
Nazis make a musical better, especially in B form.
Do you think, are they going to use live bees?
That's your first question.
Let's get to the hard part.
I hope so. I'm not confident.
All I'm gonna do is a bag shaped like a person. Throw it out there, man.
All you've got to do. Cool. So we can all look forward to that. Next thing we're going to talk about very quickly, Week in Geek. I don't know if you can tell by the cover here. This was just announced today, actually, by Devil's Due, I believe. They're releasing a couple of comic books, all based on Barack Obama, which is a real rich The first one of which is called Drafted 100 Days. Drafted is one of our favorite series here. Basically, there's an alien invasion. Everybody is drafted by these aliens to fight the war. There's a character in there who's the President of the United States when they attacked, who was essentially George Bush. So this is showing what happened in this alternate world to Barack Obama because he never got to fulfill his potential and become president. One other thing I should mention about the book is that he was kind of hurt during the alien invasion, and now he is mute.
Oh my God.
So that's going on. But wait, they're actually publishing another. They're publishing another book, which is very exciting. Can we go to the next slide? This book is called Barack the Barbarian.
Hold on a second. Who is that by his foot?
Michelle.
Oh, honey. Oh, honey.
Yes, so that's
This guy in the background.
I'd actually be interested, you guys, in the alternate, the variant cover for the first issue. If we can go to the next slide.
Very big.
There's actually a character called Sarah the Red.
Oh my God. Eyes.
So that should be great.
Yeah, I can't wait to read it.
Oh
That's
my God.
It's good that she's wearing gloves.
Yes.
People like,
Well, what you do is you hollow out a wolf's bones. You hollow out a wolf's bones and you can fashion it into eyeglasses. Then it also makes a lovely cape. Anyway, so that's coming out soon. Don't find that. All right. Geek. Yeah.